And what is going on YouTube? Just another gaming channel, bring you just another video. So ladies and gentlemen, new armor set for you. It is, well, let's roll around first, have a look at it in its natural colour. It's blue. Yeah, looks like something, a helmet looks like from Destiny 1, doesn't it? So I am actually just above 250, but that's the set. It's the Insight. Is it Vikti set or something? The Insight set, anyway. Now I'm just over 350 with my character. Now what I made a mistake of, and what everyone should do is, don't do your milestones and turn them in until you're 345. Get your character to 345 before you turn any of your milestones in, because I'm like stuck using certain weapons. I mean, I'm having to do strikes with this weapon. I've got one more to do. I also picked up during a strike, just from a random enemy, I got the catalyst for the Borealis, and if we view that, to activate it, you'll need those amount of kills. So yeah, but still, it's my very first one. It's quite fun. I like the armor set, I've got to admit. Not keen on the blue, you know me, and blue's not my favourite colour. But let's get to it. We'll look at the lore, see if we can figure out who and what. I just luckily got a. I was very lucky to get a Masterworks piece there. But anyway, let's have a look. Your eyes will behold a million wonders, and your mind will create a million more. Wow, that's a statement and a half, isn't it? This somehow reminds me from a helmet of Destiny 1. It looks a little bit like the TALONS set you get from Ikora. Now, one thing I'm really surprised about is that instead of new armor sets, they've done ornaments for all the armor and just shaders basically. Now in Destiny 1, you've got full range of weapon designs and full new armor sets. Now they're even using the same skins on all faction weapons, like with Vanguard and stuff. I'm very disappointed. I know that's a bit off topic, but I'm very disappointed. I think I'm disappointed with this DLC overall. I don't know what there is to do. I did main campaign. I'm doing a few hidden quests and collecting a few things, but other than that, it's the escalation protocol you've got to get to, and that's a start of about 370, and I don't know, the only way to get to that level now is by power engrams. And as I've got a clan who no one plays together anymore, I don't know how I'm going to do getting like my Nightfall and Crucible ones. I did Nightfall with one of my other friends, but still. But anyway, let's look at the helmet. The helmet design. Oh, I like it looks like it reminds me of an octopus. You've got like a triple layer, or it looks like aliens. It reminds me of like the Alien films somehow. You know, the triple layer of fins and things. You know, I like how it's spiked back here, and then there's an extra layer of protection over at the back. It's pretty interesting. Not that keen on the blue. I wonder what the sort of corrugated lines are for. I mean, it's just a design style for protection, I guess. Maybe the sensors to let the Warlock analyze the combat area. But you know, it's a pretty interesting design helmet. I mean, there's not that much to say about it, other than I like the curvature, I like the shape. It's pretty damn snarky. Right, let's get into the gloves. When you master the light, it becomes an extension of your reach. Lysa, the light-hearted. So this seems to, we're talking about light, we're talking about visions and wonders in the universe. So this is about the traveller, it is about the light, it is about the core of the soul or the magic in everybody or around the universe, something like that, isn't it? Now the arms, now this armband, I'm not sure if it's the correct one, we'll get to that, because sometimes the cloaks and armbands are called things very different, but it looks like it should belong to this piece. So correct me if I'm wrong in comments, guys. That's absolutely fine. That just means I don't have the armband yet. Again, the arm design, it's very round, isn't it? You know, see the round shapes, like almost mimicking the helmet in the aesthetic quarters of the design. You've got ovals, you've got a lot of round corners, a lot of flow and connectivity there in the design. Everything's very smooth and flowing and round and circular, almost like a naturist. Almost, you know, you could like link there to common day naturists with you know, no a total non-modernist look at the designed phase. Although the shoulders there are in total. I mean, they've still got they're still kind of circular, triangular, but circularized on the edges. You know what I mean? They're smoothed off, they're corrugated as well. I kind of like that touch. I like the collar. I know we'll get to the chest piece in a minute, but I like the sort of high collar made out of metal and this big metal chest guard there that goes all the way down. And it's interesting. I know we're looking at the arms, but it's interesting that this corrugated section here, this almost mimics what's in the visor there. And it's quite interesting. But again, symmetrical design, pretty straightforward. Arms are fine. I do really like the chest piece though. I mean, that looks good, doesn't it? Again, you've got this streamlined section down the centre, starting with the top of the helmet with a visor, with a part you can see the open space straight down the chest piece. You've got a belting system that interlocks and closes this long Warlock cloak. Let's have a look at the flavour text. The body is a scaffolding for the mind. Keep the body safe and allowing the mind to flow. So this is massive on existentialism, on philosophy, on the arcane magics. It's almost and advanced sciences. It's almost like it was written by a Warlock, perhaps. I don't know the author, maybe lore experts do, but fantastic Warlock cloak. I wanted to carry my character on from Destiny 1, that's why I picked the female, but I wish I'd made him a male, just because they look buffer and tougher, you know, and I'm really gutted that I can't just change it. I really am gutted about that. So this is no mobility, and this is going to be high recovery. This one, high recovery and resistance set. Yeah, absolutely cool as hell. See that the synaptic construct. I think that might not be part of this set, but I could be wrong. You see, and that's why you can't really see the boot. You can't really see the legs and armor, but you know, pretty straightforward. It looks like they've got stem bolts in holding it in place. You've got like a more rigid leather, look like motorcycle boots. You know, like the tough, but they're going to allow movement. They've been stitched together, more padding and corrugation and different pattern types in certain areas to perhaps provide more comfort as you're getting Nova Bomb blasted across the landscape through a mountainside and then getting back up and brushing it off and going, whew, I'm glad I'm wearing those. You know, that didn't hurt as much as I thought it would. As you get golden gunshot in face and it just ricochets, bounces off your helmet, you're like, yeah, baby. Okay. Flow gracefully like water from a mountain spring and strike like the torrent of raging flood. Hell, man, these people know how to write. So that's a hell of a thing, isn't it? I mean, the philosophy behind this arm set's fantastic. Like, the shit is the bomb, man. Now, really cool. Really like that. We're gonna quickly. I did have two of these. Again, one was lucky enough to be this version with a Masterworks on it. I don't know what, just extra armor. So, some say the mind is the most powerful weapon. I tend to agree. So that almost feels like that runs along in line with the rest of the philosophy of this set, so that's why I think that's the right one. And just looking at the colours and the shapes and materials used, so correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I haven't stumbled across anything else like that yet. So my favourite time, guys, because that obviously that shader can't stay. I've got one more strike to do with the hand cannon, and then I think the quest I'm doing is moving towards a sleeper stimulant quest. I'm pretty sure it is. So look at the Mercury Vex Chrome. I don't know what Chrome. I don't know why I picked this. I'm not going to like it, I don't think. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. It's just that rusty dark helmet stuff. It does. I kind of like it and don't like it at the same time. It's hard to explain. But at the moment, because of the armor I'm upgrading, I'm stuck with using one. Well, I can use any other class I want, but that's all built for solar. So I'm stuck using the solar classes at the moment. Ooh, Crucible Triumphs. We've got some new Crucible shade. Let's have a look at this. Hey, that looks pretty damn good, doesn't it? Wow, that looks really nice. It's fresh. It's bright. You know, it's quite nice. That I do like the look of that, I've got to say. Let's get the usual pleasantries out of the way. The usual New Monarchy. I mean, it looks good on everything, so I'm getting a bit fed up with it though, because I used it when I first got it. Oh, this shit's awesome, right? So I'll kit Dead Orbit. We'll do some quick vendors. That looks quite nice, Dead Orbit. It's a bit bleak, isn't it? But like the Reaper, you can imagine that as an over bomb class. The Reaper of Death, wearing that sort of thing. That's kind of cool. And dude, bring out some Warlock and Titan armor sets with cloaks. Damn it! All right, so I've cut the Arctic Dreamscape. This is the new Arctic set for when you're up in Mars. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. We're gonna hit. Let's look at the golden trace. When you get closer now, it's like the nanofibers. That looks quite nice, quite serious. What else we got? Where's the monochromatic? Where are you? Oh yeah, we've got like a reverse, the Mad Monk. We've got like a reverse something. Not reverse as such, but there's another, you know, it's quite interesting. There's monochromatic, look. Yeah, this almost looks good on everything, doesn't it? Sometimes it can make the armour, if it's a solid armour set, like it makes it look plasticky. Let's look at the Iron Wolf, the silver and gold and greens and browns. Not bad, not bad. Midnight Talos never works. If the gold's a material, it never works. Is it all going to be a material? Dun dun dun. Nah, don't work. Just don't work. Just don't work. So like, it's hard. I can't wear any new. It's frustrating me that I can't wear any new armor sets. I thought I'd be alright just wearing like, you know, what I'm wearing because it's cool and you know, whatever. But it's doing my head in that I can't change. If I want to drop like multiple levels, yeah, yes I can. Gift of the 9. Even though that's similar, it looks almost like monochromatic. You can tell that it's actually a little bit like nicer. This, isn't it? The Gift of the 9. It's a little bit softer, if that makes sense. Like the softer white. It's a different shade of white. It's not just slapped on there. Any of the new stuff? What about the Vanguard Unity? Let's have a look. These are the bright oranges, I think, on the weapons with the blues. This might be quite striking or gross, depending on which way they put the blue and the orange. Yeah, I like that. I do like that. Like top half orange, but off. So guys, there's the armor set. So that's its original colour. The Insight Vikti. I don't know, because there's a lot of Russian. I don't know if it's like, yeah, I don't know. So there it is. I've not added anything to anything, so it should be 345 at the very best. I mean, yeah. I mean, I've got obviously higher level stuff on. So what I mean is like with I've got a 352. So basically, if I get the right armor set on, now I can be 352, I think. But I've got a strike to do with that. And yeah, so guys, there you go. There's the armor set. Not a bad looking piece, I think. Leave the comments, descriptions, any shaders you think might go with it. Let me know. Anything if I did get the Warlock Bond wrong, please let me know, guys. I ain't collected anything else that will suggest otherwise. But as always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you all on the next one. So cheers.